Okay, we're starting step 2. That's exercise love for yourself and others. Now, why is that title? Exercise love. What's that mean? Give love for yourself first, then others. So we're going to go through experiences. What are we going to go through? Experiences. We're going to take you through things. We'll actually show you how to exercise love. But what's really important is if we're going to exercise it and give it, we have to have consciousness of that love inside us first. So we just came from H. Why is that the first one? Because when we honor God within ourselves, then we know we're created in perfection. We have unique gifts. We're different from everybody else. We have our very specific soul purpose. We don't judge other people, but what we do is we're here for our purpose. In that, we're created in perfection. So we know that we're here perfectly. We're a child of God, child of the universe, and we are love. Anything else is just an illusion. You know, the two basic emotions, love and fear. Love is who we are. Fear is learned in the world. And we'll show you how that's learned. So first of all, to exercise, we have to be able to fill ourselves with love. Now, this may be a concept that most people weren't really raised with, that they don't understand, and we'll go through that. But here's a really important part. Change happens in a moment. When's it happen? In a moment. Now, it may take 10 years to get to that moment, but we have a powerful mind. When shoulds become us and we decide, I'm done. Now, here's the great thing about your spirit and your mind when they work together. Every person can do anything they want, whenever they want, when they want it bad enough. Now, you know that because you've done it. If you're watching this, you made it through some stuff. You made it through life. Everybody had challenges. We faced barriers. We're like, I have no idea how I'm going to get through this. You know, Deepak Chopra says most people find spirituality through suffering. We're like, well, what am I going to do? Boom, all of a sudden, something inside you happens, and you find a way. So let's find a way. I'm going to show you a way to fill yourself with love because you're already there. How to wash the mud off, so to speak. How to realize that's already in you. Then we can exercise it with others. How cool is that? Now, how does that get covered up? First of all, how does the love that we're innately born get covered up? Well, in childhood, when we're all raised, we're seeking acceptance and love from other people. Like we may feel love within ourselves, but then what do we get? We look to the people we respect. Our parents, they have certain belief systems. Our coaches, our teachers, you know, what do they say? You have a learning problem. You're dyslexic. You're not a good athlete. You suck at baseball. And sometimes like, hey, you're great at this, and we get tons of love. But the problem is in childhood, we're looking for our version of love with other people that may not even know how to love. You know, there's abusive parents, and there's abandonment, and there's all these things, and we take that on as an identity. We establish our version of love based on our life experiences, and then we make that our identity. And that's not true. I know, goes against everything you say. We've been raised with, because what's been a mantra? I am who I am because of what I've been through. That's not true either. That's why honor God is within yourself. You're a spiritual being first. The conditions in life are what you experienced in your life that are leading you to your soul purpose. Can we just not be so smart? Notice this. Maybe just bring that in. Breathe that in, that we're divine first. And as kids, we develop our impression of love based on things outside us for our own self-esteem. Now, another thing. See, every person is different with a soul purpose. Okay, when I was a little kid, you know, the PTA meetings, I'm like, oh God, my parents are talking to my teacher, and what would they hear? Your son really should be getting straight A's, but he really doesn't care. Why? Because I don't want to sit in a chair for an hour. I was a dude flicking the triangle football across to my friend 3 rows over. You know what I mean? We're born with gifts. That's not my gift to sit in there like that, right? I didn't like school, but I have other gifts. Some people are dyslexic. Richard Branson, highly dyslexic, owns, 330 some odd companies. Albert Einstein, they said, was dumb and would never amount to anything. I mean, we can go on and on and on. The reality is there's people that have the most challenging lives, most challenging upbringings, yet their hunger to do something bigger. There's other people that are handed everything that aren't hungry. So it's not how we were raised. It's not our past. It's connecting with our true self. You are a necessary piece. So if we look at the whole universe and all of humanity as a puzzle, you're that piece in the puzzle. And without that piece, the puzzle is not complete. Have you ever put together a puzzle on a coffee table and then all of a sudden it's like, where's that one piece? I'm not done. The puzzle isn't finished. You are that necessary piece. And there are people waiting for you to fulfill your soul purpose because they need your guidance. They need your experience. They need your wisdom. They need you to understand your divinity first, to love yourself to a level so you can exercise it with others. Here's the next illusion. People think when I give love, that energy is pouring out of me, when in reality, when we give, we have an experience, and whatever we experience wires into us. So giving and receiving are actually simultaneous. It's not like people know the law of attraction. Well, if I give this, then eventually I'll get this. That's not how it works. How it works is I experience when I give it. Did you ever give a gift, a birthday present or something, and you were so excited because man, when I give it to this person, they're going to be so fired up and I can't wait to see their face. What's that experience like? That's experiencing love as you give it. What if, before we go through these exercises, you could develop the mindset that when I give love, I'm actually receiving love at the same time. So the more I give, the more I have. The more I have, the more I have to give. The more I get back, the more I experience, the more I have to give, and you become an amazingly loving being. So we have to be full of love first, which is who we are, then it's what we do. So it's being before doing. We are love first, that's being. We understand that. Now what we do is then we give love. Now here's one more thing. One of the apostles asked Jesus, he said, what are the two, we have all these things, law, 10 commandments, all this stuff, but what are the two greatest laws? One, love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Isn't that interesting? Honor God within yourself. Love God. Now see, if we're a piece of that, if our innate divine being is the same, then when we love God, we have to love ourselves. Then what's the second commandment? Love others, love your neighbors as yourself. That's the part people forget. They think they're supposed to love God and then love their neighbors as yourself. So what comes first? We have it and then we give it because we love ourselves to a level that it pours out of us. There's so much in us because that's who we are that we can't contain it and we just want to share it with others. So when we get that foundation, man, we're going to go into exercises now and mindsets. They're going to help you actually experience that love within yourself. And then we're going to show you ways that you can give it that will take your consciousness, your life, your relationships, and help you discover your soul purpose. I'm excited to go through this.